Hello everyone, we are back again. We are playing a Dark Knight. Have you ever guys seen a Dark Knight that has a Cygnus skill? So Cygnus Knight, so Mihal is the one that has the skills now. But back in the day when Cygnus Knight was only 120, you get to create one explorer class, any one explorer class per Cygnus Knight. So whenever you create Cygnus Knight, get it to 120, you get to create an explorer class. And today we have here is a Cygnus explorer class, Dark Knight. So we are playing a Dark Knight. So when you create an explorer class, you get a couple of skills in the beginner skills. So first one would be the Emperor's Might. So you can equip a 150 equipment at 140. That's what it does. It lowers the level of your equipments to 10 by 10 levels, right? The second one is Mihal's Soul Driver. Let me just do that. So Mihal's when they didn't have Mihal, they only had what do you call it? Dawn Warriors and stuff like that. This skill was one of their main mobs, and it used to deal 4 damage, 5 damage, and things like that, you know? Not a big damage, but yeah, it's to mob from level, because none of your skill is ever gonna be enough until you hit level 4th job. So Mihal's Soul Driver was so good. You do 180 damage, 6 monsters, and you do like couple of lines. Second one is you get Mihal's Soul. So you summon a little bunny, a little soul, the yellow soul, with the thing. So that will do what, 160 damage per enemy and stuff like that. And rest of them is thing. And Link skill is you get when your health reaches 15% or below, you recover like 23% of HP for 3 seconds every second. So you recover a lot. Let's go for the first job. It's pretty basic. You get more jump. It's an explorer class, so hero, paladin, and Dark Knight gets the same skills. Flash, it's a little slower than. So when you're level 10 and you want to create a Dark Knight, you just want to equip a two-handed sword and use Slash because it's faster. You know, you do mobs faster with that. So it hits 6 enemies, but it only does 1 line. You get Iron Body, you get speed and HP, but when you hit second job, that's when you get pretty good. So you get something called Pierce Drive. So you just push enemies and deals damage. Let's look at it. See? Just 2 lines. It does pretty decent damage. I'm critting all of them, even though I don't have a lot of crit. So it hits 8 enemies, 2 lines, and it increases your range by 20% and crit rate. So when you hit it, it increases your attack and crit rate pretty good. Evil Eye, that's the eye that you see right here. That gives you little buffs. It heals you, it gives you damage, crit damage, final damage, things like that. As you level up, mine is like 4th job and a hyper skill, so that's why it gives me like pretty good skills. Second skill is Spear Sweep is 190% damage. 8 enemy hits 2 times. So this is how it looks like. So basically it kills the enemy. So nothing but pulls them. Your weapon booster, you get 3 active skills in this one. So you get a weapon booster, you get a defense booster, and you get a hyper body. This one buffs all your party members, including yourself. So 60% is a lot. When you hit 5th job, and V Matrix has their own hyper body, that one's useless. You have to get it to like stuff. But if you have a Dark Knight in your team, it's amazing. So weapon mastery, if you hold a spear, you get 5% more damage. You do extra damage, 38%. I don't know why I didn't max that one, but yeah, whatever. I think I have to max it, but do I get anything else in 4th job? Nope, nothing. So permanent. So I made a mistake on maxing this one, so you have to max this one instead of this one, because I think you don't have anything else on the 3rd job. So that's the 2nd job. Let's go to the 3rd job. You get something called, I already have Rush in there. So let's talk about the Evil Eye first, because so this one will deal damage to your to the enemy. So it will go and attack enemies, and this one lets it roam a little. So let's see that. So when see, it doesn't have, it's not following you, but it's still attacking the damage. So that's what it does. Your Evil Eye does that. So because it's a Cygnus class, you get to activate Mihal, Soul, and this guy too. So it's okay. Let's go to the Cross Surge. Cross Surge is pretty good. It has a pretty good buff. It increases all your damage, bonus and final damage. Yeah, by a lot, 20% plus the 50%. That's pretty sick. Now you get your 3rd job skill, Lamb Maka Spear. You don't get to jump while activating it, but you can still go skill when you hit level 3rd job. Actually, the evolving skill is like Spear Knight. Dark Knight doesn't have 3rd job, like 2nd and 3rd job, like good skills, but it does have 4th job skills. So, but 3rd, so if you just let it go, it just goes to the ground. But if you hold it, it's good. And then if you release the skill button, it just throws a spear on the ground. Rush, it just pushes enemies. It had all the warrior class has it. Explorer class has it. It just pushes enemies. Nothing special. Nothing special about Rush, because every other warrior class has it. Lord of Darkness, this one is the skill that recovers your HP when you deal damage. It gives you 30% critical rate and 8% critical damage. Status, basically this class is a tanky damage. Warrior Hero is more of a damage instead of a tank. Paladin is a tank instead of a damage. So if you want like something balanced, I prefer to have a Dark Knight over Paladin. And if you want damage, Hero is much better than a Dark Knight. But Hero has one problem where you only have to spam one skill, while other two classes have to use other skills. In the 4th job, you get a bossing skill that's called Gungnir Descent. It does 12 attacks, 215% damage, and it recovers your HP, plus it ignores 30% enemy defense. But it has an 8-second cooldown, but if you combine it with Sacrifice, or final impact, it has no cooldown. So let's see. Where's my sacrifices? So let's see. So for example, okay, I gotta put both. So it does 12 damage. It has a cooldown. Let it cool down. And but if you activate sacrifice, okay. No cooldown. No 8 seconds. So basically when you're bossing it 30 seconds, but if you die, this one for 30 attacks or whatever, you just spam this. For 30 seconds you just spam it. That's your bossing skill and you get another skill. It's called Dark Impel. So basically you're just slashing 3 damage. So this one does 12 damage, 1 enemy, and this one will do 6 attacks to 8 enemies. You can even boss with this one because this is your main skill. It's pretty sick. See? Let me go up. DarkKnight does pretty good because you don't lose any HP when you're doing damage to enemies. So you never die when you're mobbing. So when you're leveling up your DarkKnight, you will never die thanks to your passives for HP recoveries. So it does 280 damage. It uses 50 mana. This one does use a lot of mana, but yeah, whatever. You do like crazy amount of damage. This one removes buffs to enemies, and it gives a debuff to your enemies too. Power stance, 60% knockback resistance. How much I have? I have 100% because of the passive and everything. Sacrifice, we already did that, but what it does is if you're like low HP, you just activate sacrifice and it restores all your HP, and it gives you like buffs for 30 seconds, like boss attacks and like ignore defense and stuff like that. Maple Warrior, standard. Hero's Will gives you ignore status for 3 seconds. Final Impact. This one is the best skill you can ever have with DarkKnight. That doesn't have the Paladin and Hero doesn't have. DarkKnight can revive itself. That is the best thing. When you're bossing and you die, Final Impact will actually revive you with full HP, full MP for 40 seconds. It has a full 40 seconds, but you have to keep yourself alive. You have to keep attacking enemies. You have to kill 30 enemies or attack boss 30 times to make it better. And it has a passive of final damage, critical rate, and critical damage, stuff like that. You get another mastery here, spear and polearm one. It increases your critical damage by 15%. So if I debuff myself, and this one is the last one, the Revenge of the Evil Eye. You can counterattack for 910 damage. It recovers 5% HP, and your Evil Eye Shock, that is here. This one does what, 640 damage. It increases by 300, so you do 900. That's it for the 4th skill. Let's go to Hyper Skill. So basically I did Evil Eye damage. I think I don't need the Evil Eye damage, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, attack power. I think I'm gonna reset Evil Eye damage to probably like Gung funnier one, but yeah. So for now, I did that. This one gives you 30 more attack speed, and magic attack. This one recovers your HP, final damage, and then this is a passive, gives you final damage 30%, and bonus. So, and then this one gives you bonus critical chance by 20%. So that's why my critical chance is pretty high. So if you look at it right now, I don't have anything on, nothing is on, but look at this. I got 42% bonus damage, 95% boss damage, 33% boss damage, and 72% ignore defense, but I have a lot of final damage. So that's basically, and look at that critical damage, 48.50%. That's still a lot. So that's it for the thing. And active skill, Nightshade. So Nightshade, it goes like that. It does crit enough attacks. It has a cooldown of 10 seconds. So what it does is it does 330, 10 enemies, 10 attacks, and it has a 10-second cooldown. You get it at 140, I think. This one is Dark Thirst. It gives you attack damage for 30 seconds, and it recovers your HP too by 9%. It has a 120 cooldown. So is the Epic Adventure. This one's like a basic for all the classes. So that's it for the hyper skill. Let's go to, I'm more excited about the 5th job skill. In the 5th job, you get 3 skills. It's called Spear of Darkness, Clamadius Cyclone, and Radiant Evil. Basically, when you have Evil Eye on, I'm gonna do Evil Eye, Radiant Evil first. It uses 1000 MP. It summons a big Evil Eye, attacks 10 enemies 2 times, and it's for 3 seconds, but it has a pretty low cooldown. So this is what it looks like. That's pretty good. 3 seconds, you can just summon that for 20 seconds. 20-second cooldown, and pretty good. Let's see that again. Once it goes off, there you go. And it attacks constantly, so that's good. Next one, Spear of Darkness. This one takes 350 mana. It summons a big spear, and it deals 360 damage 7 times to 12 enemies, and all of them crits, and it ignores 50% damage. So let me shoot. All of them are crits. All of them are crits. It has a 10-second cooldown. Let me make bombs. And look, I'm recovering HP. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good skill, if I say so. And this one, it's like a dual blader. This one uses only 100 mana, but it has a long cooldown. And you can use it for bossing too. But basically, what it looks like is this. So yeah, if you hold it, you do crazy damage. But if you can't hold it, then you're gonna just summon a big spear and just attack them. So it's like a dual blader one. If I can just now have to wait for it to finish the cooldown. That kind of sucks. Let's see. Yeah, it has a 2-minute cooldown, and I hate that. So with that, let me just do quick bossing with. Let me do Horntail for you guys, so you can just see. By that time, if that thing should go off cooldown. I haven't played Dark Knight for a long time. Okay, I've done the quest. I'm gonna do normal. Just do that once, and I'm still doing decent damage. See, the speed is not bad. And then you just wanna skills. Like that, and we are off to do hotel in normal. Yeah, 30 seconds, 38 seconds. So I'm just showing off how good is the bossing for it. It used to be like pretty bad when, see, I'm not dying at all. Even though it's normal, it does crazy amount of damage. Thanks to just actually sacrifice. I am lagging, so I'm just gonna end the video right here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But let me just show you. Even though I'm lagging, this is what the screen looks like, and it does crazy amount of damage, or you let it go and it throws down spears. That's the Climatius Cyclone. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you like it, but I'm lagging a little, that's why I'm just ending the video now. But I basically showed off all the skills, and if you want to main him, he's the tanky and he's the best. So alright, ciao, bye, ta-da.